Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV, where we're still playing as Novgorod, going for the Frozen Assets achievement, in which we have to have 90% of the trade power in the White Sea trade node, and have to have that trade node to be the most powerful trade node in the world. This is the second part of an accidental 1-hour recording, so let's just jump right in there. What do the Poles do? First thing is first, let's kill the rebels of our enemy. I do think I keep the siege up. Ooh, I do not think I want to attack here, though. I want these guys to move out, but they're not. Let's take Ostrov from the rebels, now that our Poles have killed them. That may give us a chance. Come on, tick, yeah, wall breach, okay. And these guys are busy annoying the enemy. Also, this happened. Wait, can't you just kill these guys, please? I would prefer if you did. It's not really a point to sitting on Peshkov and taking attrition if there's nobody killing these 4K here. We should be able to take Yaroslav, and our swarm here should be able to take the rest, and our army in here should be able to take that thing. That's all good. All of this is good. We won't be able to take insane amount of land here from Muscovy because they're not co-belligerent, so we pay double war score. Come on, can you at least know? How does Poland get screwed by a 4K stack of random Peshkovians here? That makes no sense. Let's put one guy on the fort to keep them from buying reinforcements, so we don't have random 1 stacks running around and also screwing over the Poles. And then I think I'm going to try to pick up these Peshkovians in EUIV, and I will. And yeah, the Poles are taking all this land. That should flip to me. Yes, it does. Lost claim on Abo. We do no longer need spy network in the Teutons, but let's build some again in Denmark. Because as we know, we're starting to lose those claims quickly now. Should have been setting more stuff as of interest to me. I'm just gonna set all. I think they're flipping everything to me that is not in their interest anyway. But let's just do this, just so they know. Fine. And unless the Poles peace out early, I should be able to get a decent peace deal here. I don't think they should be asking for land. I did call them in on favors. Now here we only need the 10, we don't need the 1. Nope, don't need the 1. So these guys can join me in, well, starting to siege stuff. This war is, well, with all the friends we called in, I guess that makes sense that it's this easy, but it is very easy at the moment. Not that I'm complaining. They had the gall to ally the Ottomans, so they deserve to be punished. We have a lot of money. We could buy a level 2 guy. Production efficiency, it's probably better than taxes for us, maybe. Stability costs, don't care. Prestige, it's not bad. I think I'm gonna grab a level 1 guy here. Mostly because we've now completed our admin idea group, so we don't really need 1,000,000 admin. Not that having monarch points is bad. What's happening here? You're running to Penza, which is away. So we can just start walking on Nizhny Novgorod here. Gain 3 professionalism for free. Yes, please. Do build me a siege stack for level 2 fort. Do you have siege pips? You do not. So let me just have... Do you have mercenaries? Also no. Well, level 2 fort means 6 guys in the cannon. So let's do this and go there. There was a question recently in the comments about how I build my siege decks, specifically why I don't bring cavalry there. And there are many things that go into building siege decks. The reason why I don't bring cavalry, and I did answer that in the comments, is that cavalry is more expensive to reinforce than infantry, because the cost of reinforcement is based on the cost of the unit itself. And you take attrition during sieges just due to siege, often due to being over the supply limit, not in this case though. And also there's a siege event that can happen that kills 10% of your units. So all of these reduce your unit and then you have to reinforce. And cavalry is no better at sieging than infantry are, but they're just more expensive to get back when they die. And people die during sieges. It's often what kills the most people in a war, attrition, not the actual fights. Although if you're stupid like Moldavia here and get caught out by a Muscovite stack, then yeah, you lose people other ways too. And I'm not saying that I might not be the person. By the way, you don't need to hide at war. This is not a war you need to hide in. That means you can go back to trading. So that's the reason, specific reason why I don't take cavalry. Then you obviously don't want many people in a siege. Again, because of attrition, there's a minimum number of people you need to siege a province. You can see that here. We need 6 regiments, full regiments that is. And so we need at least 6 guys there. But if there's only 1 attrition tick, then we drop below 6,000. We only put 6 units there and then we won't be sieging that turn. So I always put 1 more regiment than is required on a siege. So we keep sieging even through attrition. So in this case, this is a level 2 fort. It requires 6 people. We need 7 then. Same here. We did take Peshkov, but it was a level 3 fort, which requires 9 people, so we put 10 on that. So that's another rule of thumb for doing siege stacks. And then you have cannons. And what do we have here? Again, prestige at small cost? Sure. Then there's a way that you can... Well, cannons speed up siege significantly. And if you hover down here, you see how many artillery you need for gaining bonus. And +1 bonus is already great. And the more siege bonus you get, that's extremely good. It's based on dice rolls. I'm not going to go to that at the moment. But if you're interested about that, ask me in the comments. I will explain it. So you want to bring artillery that gives you a lot of bonus. Currently we don't have a lot of artillery, so I'm bringing exactly 1 because 2 doesn't do anything. 4 would, but 4 artillery at this state of game is not a clever thing to have. So we have 1 artillery in all of our siege stacks. And then later on you want to try to cap out on the full +5 bonus when you have real artillery armies. So depending on fort size, you change the number of units you bring, you change the number of cannons you bring. And if you can avoid it, you never ever bring cavalry. I think that's about the gist of it. Yeah, so the only reason to bring cavalry, there are 2 reasons to bring cavalry, and that's maybe one of the last points. One reason to bring cavalry is obviously you have nothing else, so to reach 9,000 you need to use one of your cavalry units, for example. Then yes, bring a cavalry. Although sieging 9 with 9 is not great, as we've discussed. And then sometimes I just put gigantic stacks on a fort. And that is when my enemy, I don't know where my enemy is, or I expect my enemy to send in a surprise big army every minute now. What I usually like to do is do something like this, where I have the fort siege with minimum and then have a big stack behind that can just jump in case an enemy shows up. But in some cases there's fog of war and maybe you're busy in multiple fronts and you're not really interested in playing at speed 2. Like, I'm not at all interested in playing at speed 2. And if that's the case, then maybe you don't care too much about your manpower and have a lot of money, then that's a reason to go with the whole just put a giant stack on there and see what happens. We can reform Sudebnik for -10 autonomy in all our provinces. I think we keep that for until the end of the war, so we can immediately reduce autonomy in the conquered provinces. That sounds quite good. For some reason we don't have Rostov yet. Let's grab Rostov. I think Moscow should flip to us from the Polish occupation, so that's good. Ooh, this is a 9 stack that may be scary for my 1 stacks here. Currently they're running away, so we can probably finish these sieges, but no, I think this one is bad. Let's move back. Let's not get surprised. This one should be safe because it's further ahead. Yeah, that's the 10k stack. No, still running to Arch Ally. Never mind. Still, let's reconfigure here. There's a threat of enemies coming. I don't want small stacks running around. Austria is still the Emperor. Not the biggest fan of that. Be nice if the Emperor was somebody like, I don't know, Nassau, if they still exist, so we can just kill them. Tax production of manpower on Esel. Esel is in the Baltic Sea node, so we do not want production there. We do not want to help in the Baltic Sea node. So let's just take tax. I have plans of picking up quantity ideas, I think they're called, sometime in this campaign. Okay, you're getting away, but this is scary. And quantity ideas already give you a ton of manpower. That's not how you want to run. We may have to run from Vedluga here. Although we just won the Siege of Nizhny, so that's fine then. So yeah, I'm looking to pick up quantity ideas, which will give us a bunch of manpower. So manpower won't be too super important. What is this? Great Horde leftovers? Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with the Muscovites fighting the Poles down there. Or the Lithuanians and the Poles. Could attack into here, but I'm gonna let them move out. Ooh, hello. Where you running? To Simbirsk. Let's let you lock in. And then crush you. Lock in, please. There we go. Kill. And there's some big stacks again. Well, big-ish. Not actually big, but threatening to our 1 stacks. Stacks. Stacks that are threatening to our 1 stacks. Where are you going? To Ustvim. So you're running away again. I think these 11k should be good enough to hunt these guys. So you can go, I don't know, cut them off here. And we have a lot of war score. Let's just see what our peace deal could be. If we were to go and separate peace the Muscovites, how much war score do we have? 82%. Could be more. What are we looking at taking here? Probably not taking Peshkov, even though it's in my territory. I definitely want the things I have claims on. Oh, but I can't. Oh, not for free, because we're taking a separate piece, right? If I were to take them in this piece, yeah, I could take them for free here. We do it this way, it means we lose 10% war score to taking Osterode and that piece. This way, it means we pay some Diplo. I guess we pay some Diplo. But it needs to be this way, yes. It's not a lot of diplomatic power anyway. So, I was kind of looking at these and then these, because then my state. What does the coalition say? Just Muscovy, that's fine. And then we have a lot of cores up here, but taking the cores, I really want to take them in a reconquest war, I think. Then again, how good are these places? Vologda is decent, the rest is not. So really reconquest war would not give us a lot of bonuses. Maybe we should just take cores now so we don't have to spend the admin on coring. At least for Vologda. Take a piece that looks like this. Or we don't take Vologda, and instead we make you annul your alliance to the Ottomans. And then take something else that is interesting to us. Any forts down here? No. I mean Moskva, but we're not taking Moskva. Oka. Not particularly insane places here, but occupied by Poland anyway, but we could take Kaluga. Nope, wrong peace deal. Like this, maybe. Take maximum land while annulling the treaties with the Ottomans. Coalition-wise, it's fine. And it's a separate piece, so we can then piece out the other guys, the Teutons, in the next war. It means we need some more war score. This peace deal. They still have minus 115 reasons, mostly because of demands exceeding war score. So we need to get onto an individual war score with the Russians, Muscovites, that is higher, obviously, a lot higher. Occupying stuff. They're trying to consolidate their forces, but also there's a Polish stack running here. That's cool. Something has to be done. We lose 50 diplo power for free, but it's our highest power at the moment. Ooh, they're just running in, so let's follow up on that. We're just catching the 3 stack. That's also fine. Okay, this 1 stack can go back if the Poles are around. That's okay. This we have to be careful of. This Muscovite army I don't really care about. Why are you not trading, you dumb fools? You're not protecting the trade with Novgorod. Do it. Yeah, thank you. I mean, earlier they were set to go home in war, which made sense at the time because of wars against the navally superior enemies. But Russia is not that. Ooh, gain stability for free. Well, not for free. It costs us 10 Patriarch Authority. But I think I want stability because we have a high stability cost modifier. Very high stability cost modifier, I think. Yes. From our Streltsy. We're gonna lose the lack of Republican tradition once we move into a monarchy. But then when our monarchs die, we always lose 1 stability. Or do we keep this Orthodox thing? What other things we can get? Do we get war cost reduction? I don't think. We just get aggressive expansion reduction, right? And coring cost reduction, maybe. Manpower recovery discipline, don't care. National unrest, don't care. Construction development costs, don't really care. Aggressive expansion impact. No, we don't even get coring cost reduction. None of these matter too much. But what I forgot... What is an actual Russian thing that you can do? I don't know if we can do it in our capital. Yes, consecrate metropolitans. Actually, does not cost Patriarch. It gives us Patriarch Authority. I thought it cost that. Okay, just makes the state more expensive. So it's a one-click thing that gives us a bonus to authority, reduces devastation, but also increases the state cost. It's not great. Don't really care about the devastation. The increased maintenance is annoying, and the bonus is 1 time. So we get a 1-time boost to this at the cost of a constant cost of money. Blech. Not a big fan. But it means we don't really have anything important to spend the authority on right now. We don't necessarily need the missionary strength at the moment, maybe later in the game. So let's grab the stability here. That should be good. Siege down Kazan. Kill some Muscovites in Kazan. They're trying to sort of consolidate their troops here. Do I care? Do I want to help my friends? I mean, if they don't have an army, they're much easier. Much quicker to giving up. So maybe that's fine. Stack wipe these guys. Now you're running to Vyatka. You're running to... Why are you running there? You should be running here. Now these are 6k. I don't want to grab a general, I don't think. Yeah, now you're helping, right? Yes. Okay, we have to fight a day without a general. That's fine. Because then we have the Polish general that's coming in. Bohemian, sorry. Different area of the world. Next to each other, but still different area. And that should be a crunch. It's not a stack wipe as it looks. It was not a stack wipe. It was a stack wipe. We killed 6,000. Never mind. Never you mind. Now I think we can do this. Like that. Killed the other 2,000 that were sitting in Kazan. Turn this into a normal siege stack. You do not have siege prep still, so just do this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Select. And move you guys out. Move you here, move you here. And we should soon have this done. Probably not willing to take the peace yet, no. But only minus 68 now. It used to be minus 100 something earlier. Trader has died. Let's grab a new diplomat advisor. Do we have a half price guy? This is a half price plus 3 guy. We're very high on Diplo, but then again, I think that's fine. Let's grab the half price plus 3 guy. Yeah, keep losing claims on these guys, but that means probably that we can start reclaiming things, like Nyland here. So our spy doesn't get caught. Now, can I just attach here? But I don't trust you if I just attach. Kind of looking for you to just do the hunting here, I think. And I will sit back and maybe try to hunt this stack. Where are you running anyway? You don't have a lot of territory. Maybe you're running to Samara, or probably behind this fort. Let's not take that fight. In forest, 1 versus 1. That doesn't sound great. Technology is still diplomatic, occupation, triangle trade, occupation. You're running in there, and let's have you support it, so it's not... Let's take a bigger stack, so it's not 1v1. Who wants to fight fair anyway? If you're running to Samara, I do kind of want to catch you with more than one guy. That crushed these guys, the Poles are taking care of that. Okay. Bohemians? No, Lithuanians in this case. Fight happened. Not the best of fights, but fine. You did not run here, okay, and we can't get behind that fort, really. So they're gonna retreat behind the Kazan protection. This is all being sieged down by Poland. There's still a 13 stack in Poland, but that's fine. And we're at 51 minutes. Holy nuggets. I am going to put a break in this after an hour. So there's going to be 2 episodes. That's fine. Still, ugh. Not looking at the clock because I'm finally in a war that does something for me, and it's exciting. Oh, now we maybe made a mistake here. Definitely not a game-losing mistake, but a mistake. Do I reinforce this? I guess I try. Maybe I can be... Not with you, though. So all the backup I can. It's probably bad to do this. But we seem to have some sort of advantage here with our 2K still doing okay against the 5, despite the flanking. All good. Yeah, but we're not going to win this, I don't think. Anybody going to Bashkortostan? You are all coming there. 8, 8, and 29th of September. That's not... Ah, you already logged in? Damn it. Yeah, I guess that 1K stack has to take a hit for the team. Or do we now send in all of these? Like that. Maybe that's fine. Even maybe merge... Can't merge all of y'all. I need to deselect the one... That's fine, I'll just give you guys... wait, who's the front line? Who's the one that's logged in? Is it you? Yes. You get... Oh no, I give the maneuver leader to somebody else, so they're faster. Should never have recalled them. Probably could have still protected people. Random Protestant things happening. Don't really care about that. We are Orthodox here. We don't care about the rest. Trade power. Yeah, now we're winning this. If at high cost. Yeah, it's okay. Only paid a little more than they did. Merge, detach, move the rest here to fight the final fight against them. And how dead are you, Muscovy? Are you willing to peace out yet? No. 18 reasons. I think when Kazan falls, we win. Either when Kazan falls or when their final army dies. But General died. Not a big fan of that. Yeah, do we want to turn our ruler into a general? I guess we have enough military power to take one general. And we do currently have a decent amount of tradition. 4 shock, 2 siege. He's got a word counts. Let's put the 2 siege right on the fort. Now, would such a peace mean that the Poles are unhappy? It doesn't say so. No, they'll be fine because we didn't call them in on promise of territory. That's all fine. Thought they might care, but they don't. You can stay. Ooh, there's our institution. Very nice. I'm gonna instantly embrace it. Unless something is super close, but it shouldn't be. No. Let's embrace it. Pay a bunch of ducats. Take tech. Oh, actually... Oh, we just spent some military. It's fine. Let's take this Diplotech. And... do I take another Diplotech? What do I get? Trade range, efficiency, flute, war galley. I mean, I guess. At least we're ahead of time now. Get the bonus from that. And then... come on, guys. Give me that final siege of Kazan. So we can get out of here. I occupy everything and the kitchen sink. Is that a thing? Occupying kitchen sinks? Probably not. You 0.7 stack, what are you even doing? And then I assume the Poles are coming home and defeating the guys in Poland. It's also fine. Not going to check that military tech ahead of time. There's no need to. We've won this war. Next war is probably a while ahead. And especially if the Danes... yeah, I don't think I want to declare an instant war against the Danes. We lost a lot of manpower here, mostly from the sieges. Some fights, but mostly sieges and attrition. As I said, attrition kills. It murders people. This fight, they might even get away. Did not get away. Merge and go home. Sit on... do we have unrest somewhere? Yeah, tiny bit at home. From the -8 we got earlier. That's fine then. And you guys can also go home. You have a job. I assume the Poles are going to be able to do something about this. And we don't even have call for peace yet. I'm happy about that. Hissenkaif is now a march of the Ottomans. Okay. I assume Hissenkaif is still a one province minor. No. Wow, hello. Maybe the Ottomans helped them. That's cool. And rare. Now this should be peace, right? Yes. Even ask for the money? 52 monies for 0.01 inflation. Cool. Only for themselves. We get all this land. Well, it's not insane amounts of land, but it's land. And we especially get to another treaty to the Ottomans. They could treaty up again after 10 years. And we have a 15-year truce, but I just hope that's not going to happen. I hope other things are going to happen that make that not happen. Gain some power projection for taking land from our rival. Prestige divided. We apparently didn't do too much in this war. We only got 5.1 of that 12 prestige. It's fine. Fine indeed. Lost some CBs because, well, we are now at peace. And, well, not at peace, but once the diplomat is back, we can peace out the skies. Coalition... no, the Toots won't exist anymore. Muscovy already hates me. That's all fine. Take 15 ducats, I guess. Since we don't get any inflation for it. I'm gonna take 15 ducats. There we go. Fine. Conquest. Done. Now, coring. I don't want to core this place. I can't core this place anymore, so that's good. We have the admin to core the rest, I think, and we want to do that. Is there a vassal we want to release? Probably not. Probably not. Couldn't release the Toots because they would get more land here. There's nobody really around here that we could... who are you? Tver. No, I'm not releasing Tver. No, no vassals. Just core everything. And... okay, now I probably don't want you to sit in Novgorod, but instead to sit on some of these rebels. It's quite some unrest, or because of the overextension, but that's gonna go down. It's fine. Let's instead go to, say... none of these places are good to stand in. How's the supply limit so horrible here? You are full of mercenaries anyway, though. Let's drop your mercenaries, send the rest to Regev, send all of you guys to Regev, send the mercenaries to Muzask, sure. Just some places to reduce unrest. And I've exiled armies. Just these guys? Or is there somebody else? I don't think there's somebody else. Now I could go for an increased autonomy thing. Don't think there's really a point. I still don't know if this actually works while it's not stated. So maybe we try to go for the stating first. I should look that up. And what I'm talking about here is that... I'll show you in a second. How much do we have here? We have 22 supply limit. We weigh 17, so we can add another 5. And so let's send 5 of you. Let's just send 3 of you for maximum unrest reduction. It's a little less drilling, but more unrest reduction, and I think that's important at the moment. So the thing is, if I go here and hover over this button to reduce autonomy by 10% in all provinces, it says only 2 provinces will be affected. But I know there's not 0 autonomy in these provinces, because we just took them. But they are floored due to not being stated. So now the question is, why is this only 50? Must be in our state. One of these. Weird. Anyway, so this is stopped by the autonomy floor. So I don't know if the real autonomy below that gets reduced by the button and it's just not showing this tooltip, or if it just ignores those provinces. No idea. So what I'm going to try to do is keep that button up until we have caught and stated this, so that we can then just reduce the autonomy immediately. And maybe even hit the increase autonomy button if we have to, for reduced unrest, and then use the reduce autonomy button from the Russian ability. Which seems cool. Can I claim? Okay, but we are at the end of this, this double episode, which is, I'm going to turn that into 2 episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, if you like me finally getting a war that I needed, that I really, really needed and wanted. First war against Muscovy, really successful. If you like all that, then why don't you subscribe to my channel? Hit those like buttons underneath my videos, and there's also a comment section for questions, comments, praise, critique, anything. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.